propagation again. We've talked about several different ways that you can talk about plant propagation. We've talked a little bit about seeds. Again, I wanted to talk a little bit about how it would be easy to soak a seed and let it sprout. Obviously talk about the different sizes of seeds, how they're a reflection of what's going on. I've got a few little sunflower seeds here and a few little bean seeds here. These are the beans that I planted here, so you can see how the plant's going to grow. I think this took about 2 weeks to get them to this size, so quite obviously it would be a little longer experiment, but one that you could do without too much trouble. I talked about adding root tone or a root enhancement to plants to get them to grow. You can see it's just a little powder. You stick the end of the plant down in it, and this won't work for this bean, but I'm going to use it for this experiment. You're going to take the end of that root or the end of that plant and put it down in dirt. And some plants will grow that way. Obviously beans is not one of them, but just for the experiment's sake I will show you that. Lots of you grow onions at home. They come from what are called sets. It's the same principle as the bulbs I showed you on the hyacinth flowers, but vegetables, lots of them have bulbs as well. That would be an easy experiment. Also, sometimes you can make just a little greenhouse for yourself to grow plants in. Again, might be something that you did with your students individually. You can just take a cup, any size cup. You can buy those little plugs that you can use if you want to do that. I'm just going to drop I made a little hole, I'm going to drop my seed in there. You'd want to think about how deep you're going to plant it. Obviously that can be a lesson in itself. You might even do experiments where you planted some seeds at different depths to think about what was going on there. Then you're going to add the water, and again, as I've mentioned before, you could do experiments about how much water helps plants grow better, especially if you've got several students. You could do a variety of different experiments there. Putting a little lid on it, as I did with this little cup, helps the moisture to stay in there, and so as a result would produce a little tiny greenhouse. That in itself would be another plant lab. So several different things that you could do with plants, a multitude of different things that are available in your yard, in your garden, in your flower bed, all sorts of different opportunities.